Hello, 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 my beautiful people. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Anissa, una friend, una self, not the world. Today is the 3rd of January in the year of our Lord 2021. Happy New Year to all. Happy New Year to all. May God keep we and bless we all. We don't see this new year. Whatever we desire, whatever we goals, whatever we pray God give you what we deserve. Sometimes we need something, but it's not good for we, but we want something, but it's not good for we, but let God give what we need. The one that we don't die go like me. I lost me mama and small brother couple of weeks ago. May his soul rest in peace. Alaji Arun Rashid Wahid died in Maryland of cancer, and I pray for the family for strength and in picking them, in with them, with the family them. Let God give you all strength. Anybody else we don't die among una dead loved one there, let God comfort una, let God courage una. So my friend Genevieve, he lost her husband couple of weeks ago, and Bella yesterday. To your family, I say the Lord is with you, stay strong and comfort you. Anybody else with them on the same, I say God be with you, God be with we all. So this is not 2021, not say where the year they roll. 2020 bring a lot of problem, a lot of things, but a lot of things that was people they learn from 2021. I say tell God thank you for what you get, and believe in God for what is to come, because we don't know. We see this coronavirus kind of the world, it knock the world down, it put people then down. We see how people then uncertainty, and we just there by God in power, because there are things that we can control, but there are things that humanly impossible for control. And this the show we say in all things, there is something that is greater than us. Some people call on God, some people call on Allah. Everybody get a name we call on. Some people not believe in them, but they believe in the science, any kind of thing. But there's a greater force that is greater than all of us that make things happen. The future, we don't know. It's unknown, it's hidden, we don't know. We might make plans, but the future comes anytime where the universe decide for waiting there for come. So for that, we say, tell God thank you. We are grateful for their life, for see another year. And as year they roll, say we can say we make many resolution for the new year. Waiting at the new year, hey, I want to go make so, I want to do this, I want to do this. Now me go for the new year, I want to go to the gym, I want to lose weight, I want to begin with the call, I want gently, I want to make so, I want my, everybody gets what he wish for. But then as a country, we they ask una today, waiting now we wish, waiting our expectation from President Buhari administration for 2021. We don't see the struggles of the country. We don't live through the struggles of the people. We don't see the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now we they ask una the question, what do you expect? Because life is like you have to have expectations. And in expectation, yes, not everything will come to pass, but at least you work towards the goal. Some of the things will manifest in as time they go on. So I get with me my co-host, Mr. Shilon, lawyer Shilon. He's a lawyer, practicing lawyer in North Carolina, America. He has practiced law, defense lawyer for about 40 years, over 40 years. He gets in with about that. I know what they do, and he loves Sierra Leone. That's why he joined NIASO for make the change where we want for see. Because for the longest time, Bokupa we don't sit down, we don't set we much, we don't give up. But this is the time where we all don't grab, where we all don't say, enough is enough. We want a better Sierra Leone. That's why we are all here. So let make Mr. Shilon tell you do share with una group una call una book. Boku tin go can this year. Tell independence. We get boku idea them and things that we'll get for talk about. We get guests them. Even today we been get a guest where for being joined with Mr. Suma, just met Suma, where he's a very, very active voice on social media where now Sierra Leone, he loves Sierra Leone, a man will love Sierra Leone, he get passion for Sierra Leone, we one leg can give sense. But that make Mr. Shilon tell you now, then we go come back to waiting, we go talk about today.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, any side you did at the wall. As Ms. Padima say, Mina Mohammed, Shilon, a lawyer in America. Happy New Year to everybody. So as the new year does begin, we all the hope and pray for the better, for good health, for happiness, for prosperity, and for the country. That the one that will lead them, go guide the country into success and go uplift people, their life from extreme poverty, where most of the people in the suffer from, to a better life. And we are always on this show for not only, we not try for criticize government, we try for suggest and point out certain things, because we all know, say sometimes the one that we're in at the power for control things, for lead the country right, if they see the benefit we themselves they get by being in control, they may not want for do the right thing, or even if they want to do the right thing, they might not be able to do the right thing. And if they're able to do the right thing, they may not even want to do them, because then they get benefit from that. So we on job, as when a little contribution we try to make, for just propose and suggest to the government how life, how things can be better for everybody. Because me believe say people where they go in a government now for serve the country, not to for serve yourself, not to for serve your community alone, now for serve the entire country. When they make you a minister, you're a minister of something for the whole country, not for one section. They don't make anybody minister for help your community where you come out alone. They don't make you minister for help the school where you attend. They don't make you minister for help the tribe where you claim say you belong to. If we begin to see we serve as one. For me, the tribe where I'm proud of are the tribe of being a SALONEan. Then I'm even pride that one day. Now with that passion they say what you had to say. Where some of we, when I might suspect, say would they say all in here, we go to look for job. Well, I want them when I believe say certain people and they're not to job, not the motivation. Now just goodness and concern for others in the country. So, but everybody is free for feel out and feel, but we just open and go listen. And we also say, as soon know the one that we can listen to this show, where you call, we encourage people and for call, because this is a live show. We want to know your idea and want to know your opinion. Just make sure, say, if anybody call before you, we say something where you not like, we encourage you for please not try for cause or be disrespectful, because they're not they help the country, they're not they help SALONE. You know, get no business for call, they host them and say bad things, negatives about things about them. They're not they help SALONE. But if you get ideas, please call. Put them in a way where you don't go waste the time, we will go appreciate and spread them around. Now that the whole spirit of this broadcast, which you can contribute by way of ideas and suggestions. And in the process, you can say which in you know like with this government or other government they do. That's fine. Because if somebody did not point out things, how owner within a power could know. But so with that in mind, I wish everybody a very happy new year, since it's just the beginning of the year. I wish we all God's blessings. Like Ms. Fadima say, would I believe in God? Would I not believe in God? You must know, say there is a higher power than just we. So whatever you believe in, put faith in that, and let we all look forward to the better and life and good things for Sierra Leone. So please, with that, I'll go pass the call back to Ms. Fadima, because Naim can give with
we have significantly improved medical
the coronavirus updates, how things to go, and if we get any better in Australia or not. So we'll get a few things we will discuss today. So we hope we ourselves get something we will suggest. All right. So thank you very much for being here. or for listening, or for calling the show, or for taking up the time for listening to what you will get for say. So please make your own contribution. Call in if you see any question. If you get any question for race, or if you see anything where you not like, okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shilon. I just get a call from Mr. Suma. I said they try for call. I think he been feel saying a call in or something. Having problem. Yeah, he said they get problem. That's the call I just got. But anyway, we'll go, there's always another day. There's always another day.
Yeah, yes.
You know, you will come join we and all that stuff. But like how we said, this is the new year. We want new things. We want good things. We want better things. We want better things for our country. We want better things for the citizens. We want better things for even we leader them for do good things. We want good things because if Salone better, now we all better. If Salone enjoy, that is the good thing about being a nationalist. That is a good thing about being a patriotic citizen of the country. You care about waiting they affect the masses of the people, not just waiting they benefit you party or waiting you party in scorecard they go, because the bread and issues of the people, the bread and butter, the things that then where they improve the people in life for let them able sustain them and able be independent for try instead of beggar for try for able because there is dignity in labor. Where you work for waiting and you yawn, you get dignity, then all tell you to go stretch your hand out for late person, they give you waiting you want for eat every day or for feed your family. So now then thing and then we get for talk about all this year, independence April, and we know say this administration go the 3 year back, we go to talk on thing them because we get for call, who that we get for call out and we get for give praise, who side praise deserve, you know. And so now we begin with the corona first. This corona not done yet, but we see reckless behavior of them. They even this December month here, we don't pass. So we see reckless behavior from the one day where they run the government, from the wife of the president to the ministers, to the opposition, to everybody. We see the reckless behavior. Then they say for wear a mask, but we see that they don't wear masks. Then they have parties, then they have gatherings, then they do all kind stuff. And then they all say corona don't come or they want their way go, don't care and go. But I ask the question, how they go do tests from people now? Then they say that they care corona go. But it can be because sometimes after you do the test, you don't expose to somebody else. It can be say you can't go. But the reckless, you get for lead by example. If you want to tell me, say, then go find me. If I work and I treat policeman, go hold me, find me. Let the president do and let the president do them. Let the opposition do and let the people the way they lead. We say that they're capable of leading Sierra Leone. Let them lead by example. Because police not go ask the president what you do, you know, wear a mask, or not go ask the president what you do, you know, wear mask. But again, mind for go ask the poor man when they drag and treating. Half money for go harass them, then the money self not go for the government, it go inside the policeman in pocket. So you see all that thing and there, if we lead, let we lead by example, let we set the standards and let we go by the standards for let the people then go follow by the standard, because a good leader, you lead by example. If you not lead by example, you picking themselves, the people the way they lead go and say, just like Kombra, way born you picking the fella, what you do now, you picking they do. If you not say waiting and call you straight in yourself, you go see you picking do the right thing. But it comes from the top. Leadership flows down. So we they ask, because they say now the last day I left now been 74 people, we don't die now. They say 76 people don't die of corona. We still get active cases them, and then at the screen on a look let we be careful. Let we just be careful, because although they don't find vaccine, people when they take the vaccine, nobody ate no for the it, nobody eat food no for the it. That means that the vaccine at least it may kill people they ate. So we don't know what's in a long time effect, but at least we get hope say vaccine don't come where they try for make this corona what will they take every year like flu, but we don't know yet, we not see it, we know what's in a call. But we they hope say, you know, it will be good that we go able to go back to normal life, because sitting here doing nothing, sitting at home getting stuck, you get for wear mask, that's the norm. We get for adjust to the norm. Life is about adjusting, life is about growing. So hey, we get for do, you know, the things they would and say the guideline they, because me I know say I know the common and I know wear mask, period. You know, and while they fly and they wear double and they wear the mask, I wear the shield on my face, because I get for protect myself, because I don't want to die it, although not God get life, but God say God help do that, who that they help himself. and God be don't say with long life, he go satisfy Fadima in good health. So I not go die of corona as soon as they do the same. But anyway, let we go to the issue today. Let's go to the question what they ask on a salon and when I feel free for call, when I feel free for join, when I can we can talk because they talk today now. What in when they expect from President Bio in government? What one they expect? Because we can't play the speech where President Bio play. Where he give to the nation, he address to the nation, and we go criticize, we go talk broke, and they pick the bone, then come inside the fish. Here we see waiting, you know, them for do out, them for do waiting, them for change, waiting, them for make. And I'm here, you go do that. Not so we want to go do that. So now, una na the voice of Sierra Leone. Now, una na the people of Sierra Leone. Now, una cry and they listen to. And we know say we see Bokuti don't happy all these 2 weeks on social media. We are still blind in your story where pull Igion, where the AM Fatima Bio, then they pan back and forth, then they pan the draw all man they tell your story inside it. We see all that day. One day before the months they done, we go talk on all them things then they. But the thing them boku go get for talk on. We see they don't pardon Palo. We see Palo Conte. And before we left now, I think that was our last broadcast of broadcast before that. Mr. Shilo Naya, when a lawyer, we're very, very passionate about the judiciary system in Sierra Leone. When they talk, say, the Attorney General or the what gets power for making them think that they then suggestions. So, Mr. Before we use the speech of the president and then we'll play Samurayon and then we'll play just Meshuma, we'll get 2 hours for talk about that. How you feel about the where you be don't talk on that pardoning because you talk on say the judiciary, the power of the Attorney General, they get power and don't need Parliament for do something them, and then you really say they don't they don't let the president don't pardon a whole bunch of people them where they put them in jail for nothing. They just put them there, they lock them there, and forget about them. When some people then they waiting and call yes, Palo content, all maybe they make noise for being a politician. But you get a lot of other people that were in a jail. We're not supposed for them in jail. We see President Bio pardon people them. So what do you think about that? They said before we go further.
Well, me understanding is that we cannot get the actual figure, but I understand say in addition to Mr. Palo Conte, the president pardoned over 200 people. And if that is the case, that is a tremendous contribution to the rule of law, to progressiveness, and to the application of the president in power into good use, as is demonstrated in some other instances. Because I do not say some time ago, I did say, the Chief Justice, there's a reason why the president appoints Chief Justice. The Chief Justice and the Chief Administrator of the judicial branch of government. Once he is appointed, now in job for begin to think of creative ways, of effective ways, of good ways for make the system better. What you will need to understand is that when people come in government, by the time you go out, you for make 1 or 2 or 3 contribution for make the system better than the way you be meet them. If you come into the system, you just be part of the system, you not see nothing wrong, and you continue the old system, you have not really done your job properly. You do your job properly when you come with ideas, with a view of how to make things better for we all. So the same goes for the office of the Attorney General, a very, very powerful office. Okay, as things are in Sierra Leone now, as unlike country like here, the Attorney General is the chief legal advisor, technically speaking, to the president of the country. Although not to say for B, these are some of the improvements in the war for traffic because the president or the state house then forget their own legal advisors, then forget a group of lawyers that will handle matters. We will give the Attorney General the independence we need, not for day on a daily contact with the president, because if we not do so, what will happen? The president and the independence where the Attorney General need for make decisions them might be affected. Although the Attorney General, in a way, in a part of the executive. Okay, so me not to say the Attorney General and the President not for talk, but the Chief Justice definitely should be as independent as possible. So when we hear say over 200 people, most of whom nobody don't know of, ordinary people, that's a good exercise of the power, and that's a good exercise of the functions or the duty of the AG. And I will hope that the people in way they release now through the recommendation of the Attorney General. And we hope the President will continue that from time to time. And the exercise of that power, they never for be around Christmas time, around New Year time. I will still hope, and hope will prevail on the Attorney General, that there are lots and lots and lots of people, whether they're in a Pademba Road and some of the prisons around the country, for years, just the wait for get trial, for go to court. I will hope the Attorney General will use in power for look into some of these cases and see the one that whether they did it too long, where it don't matter anymore. Say, for example, if somebody doesn't wait for trial for 6 years, and the crime where he committed, they may find him guilty safe in 5 years. They don't serve the time already, where it before serve, even if they may find him guilty. Somebody like that, they no need for go to trial. Then for those dismissing case, okay? And the one them where, if they not even reach their own time age, if they find them guilty, I will hope the Attorney General will use in power for giving credit for time served, so they will be released. But we know, say, society, it's a tricky society. A lot of the young people who go to prison, if they come out, job not there for them, and then get for survive, then go into criminal activities again. Some of them, you know. And I also urge the Attorney General that, you know, for develop a legal system, it get to be such that people are not for go jail. They for stop for lock people and for traffic related offenses. Anything we get for be with traffic, unless not some what we can call egregious, extreme, extraordinary, reckless conduct, like somebody take a motor car, they drive 100 miles an hour on a Shaka Stevens Street, or Pademba Road, or Campbell Street, and kill people. Yeah, he deserves, because in recklessness was such that he get total disregard for the safety of other people. And if he kill or seriously hurt somebody, yeah, then they call for. But we not talk about that kind of crime then there. And they talk about just the ordinary, regular crime we involve in traffic. Driver lost control of a car, a bank pole. If you had a car, you don't lock people up for this. You would fill up this prison for and waste money for nothing. So let would really try for reform. And the other thing when we get for suggest, this is just suggestion. If, because I hear President Biode talk about all them good things here, I'm not saying intention good, but if you try to put committees then together for reform the system, I want the president for no say there are very many well-educated SALONEans at home and abroad. But it does, you know, they do the country a great disservice. We want to put committees then together for draw constitution, for reform prison, for reform the legal system, without tapping on talents that are abroad, in America, in Canada, in England, very sound-minded legal people that were there around, because it does a disservice to the country where all the people of like minds that then they meet for draw up regulations. Diversity of ideas is much better. But where we not agree for tap on the talent, we do self-harm. So me to suggest, say, whether or not the Justice Cowan Commission of Inquiry report or constitutional, not commission of inquiry, constitutional and committee report, or whether or not a new initiative for reform the legal system, or whether or not for build new prison or prisons, please, I suggest to the current government, to the current Attorney General, be in touch with Leoneans abroad. Not all of us are looking for jobs, not all of us are looking for money, but we have great ideas. I know we do, because we've seen better systems. We know what we can contribute, what we can suggest, mostly for free. Therefore, begin bring experts them from all over the world and begin pay them all kind of money. A lot of we offer with talent. You see,
and that's what we got a problem with. We got a problem with we own people. We don't value our own. We don't value what we have at hand. We don't value we own. We value other people's opinion and other people's thing. And they want to pay top dollar to other people. But then you have your people that can give it to you for next to nothing, but they're not use the people because then things say, I don't know if now imprinting or whatever it is that people have against other people or position or title or whatever it is, I don't know. But it kind of hard when, like you say, you have people with much idea, big time ideas will go come, but they will not listen to you and they're not going to accept you just because they feel threatened by you or you're not part of the clan and the group. They're going to reject you because you're not thinking like them. They want people that already think like them. That is why we're in the position them and condition them with Salone Day today. And we get for bring a program, we'll get for talk on the Marshall Plan, because one of the viewers them, where they call themselves 105 Washington, D.C., 105 Washington, D.C. say, we have to have come back under the white rule for help develop, because it seems like we're not able to develop a country, we're not able to develop ourselves. So it seems like we should bring back and be a partner with the whites, with colonial masters, so that they could come back and help us develop and take it to the next level so we're able to compete with the rest of the world. But until then, we cannot guide ourselves. We cannot watch ourselves 60 years coming in April. And it's the same circle we're going into. It's the same trend, the same dande kami do dande kami do dande kai. I want outshine dande one ton and give dande, everybody come. It's just the same pattern, the same 360-degree circle. It's just going the same, nothing is changing. Nothing is changing much, and that is people are there. There's so much brain waste over there, brain drain. Everybody is over. Too many people have the talent, but they're not given the opportunity for help for fix the country. And we need that if we want to go to the next level, because the Francophonian West Africans are doing way better than us. They do way better than us because they still partner with France, even though, yes, they say France, they take, but the people are living a better life, decent life than we own people live. So we might as well, because when we need something, we go back to the white people for help. We go back, we see the MCC report, America promised us 400,000. We see the wife of the president dancing. It is good to make changes, but we should be making how would they make real money than also the bigger with the dance because with man giving handouts. And those are their own taxpayers' money. And America not going to forgive all that money there anyway. With the dance, with the jump. America can't even take care of their own business. Just like Donald Trump says, I'm going to say it like it is, America, all the other countries, then give them people their money every month for the stimulus for help them. America has only given us twice. One, they give it 1,200, now they give it 600. Then they go give 400 million to other people. Do you think those things always they get to them? No, they don't. So we get for land for able for take care of. We said, no, not depend on people because those aids and grants and stuff when they give, they're not normally give all that money when they promise we. And then when they end up back again, they will give you some. The governments, they eat them, they spend about the ones, then shame them for themselves, then put AFCOM to the people of Sierra Leone. That's the pattern. We've been up for the 60 years. That's what it is. So you know, it is what it is. It's good to be good. It's good to improve. It's good they're recognizing us. But are they aiding and abetting, like helping for all we down to bondage? Are they helping for all we down because we're dancing for 400 million? We can dig the ground and make all tin, and if we get the right management and government, we can get that to ourselves. We don't have to go depend every time for them to give us handouts. You know, let me let Fayanda first, but many times we get for talk on here because we say we're independent, but we're not doing anything for push ourselves go before much. No, it's the same thing. Nothing sustainable. Nothing. We get caller then on the line. Mr. Shah, I know you want to answer that.
No. I was just going to say we conduct the program differently today. So we take calls in between.
Yeah, we take call early. Good evening, caller name please, and who shall you call we from? Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Crispian calling from Istanbul.
Okay,
it's
sir.
Now it's 11:48 p.m.
Okay, good evening your side. Good night.
Yeah. I don't listen. I don't be on the line for quite some time now. I don't listen.
Okay, sorry.
It's a very it's no problem. It's a very big and important topic. You know, one thing I always tell people, Africa they go behind every day because we get everything it takes for make Africa great. We get everything in the possession, but don't give you everything. But we just believe for putting our pocket to just believe but damage the person really down there. You know? And we think about overseas, we don't have overseas. What's in the overseas? Nothing or they just work for the normal, just hotel, tourism. Just tourism and you pay tax, so many taxes. We get everything, them minerals, we get everything in Africa. But because we not get foresight, we not think beyond we know. As you don't fetch, you don't go up there, you don't be minister. Now you pocket people you normally remember. You don't care about the people everywhere around. Wait till me the thing, wait till me the big this government. This 2021, do you know for making fair work for people here? Play fair work for the youth here. If you listen, I'll get an extra to listen people away and release from Pademba Old Prison. Some of them no good with their own self-made mind. Some of them good because of some reasons they were able to control. And if inside that prison they just have a shoe on top. Not all places they go put person in Nigeria. They lost more money. You pay the person pay fine. Funny thing the way they happen. You go put person in Nigeria 2 years. You destroy the person's future. You destroy the family then be there. Like the person pay fine. Africa they be in. Sister, that day Africa they be in. That's no secret. We don't work out, we don't see. Africa they way be in. Let the person pay fine and carry on with your life. Next year, if you go put 1 million, 2 million, you pay fine. You go take the way they drive. You go take the way they behave. Or you take the person, you put an jail 2 years. You put an jail 1 year, 6 months. You destroy families that will not concern. Will not happen. You destroy them because you get them for feed. So let the person pay the fine and move on with your life. Where do I want to do them? You see the license. It happen in first world.
Yeah.
You see the license. You don't need to put an agenda. You see the license. You go for another thing. You go change career. You see, but we government them, people that we didn't put in authorities, they get a lot for do. We just beg them. Do you? The majority way me want this 2020, let them find work for people. Let them create jobs for people. It's difficult. A lot of things they happen. Just like how you say, money people in the island for 400 million. What is 400 million? Africa, we pay past 400 million. We get everything. That's all we get. When you work in a country there, mama, when you go in a first world country there, you see, you use bus card. What's now? If you tell people in Africa, say you use bus card for going bus, card for going bus. Why Africa? Why? You need to take it 200,000 euros, 100,000 euros, you put on a bus card, you go inside bus, you punch, you go inside one. That's the thing. At all time and our thing, all time at that song, they pet, thief their phone, thief them back for go. We for try for improve this life. for try to develop yourself as a government, as community, try to develop yourself. Why the city council not the thing for that working well? Let me get we boss them, let me create card.
Yeah.
You go na them boss and you just don't come. All right, thank you very much.
But I
Thank
talk
you
on
very much. A lot of issues. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I talk on an issue just now where they talk about the bus card. When we been go school, then we get the double decker bus where they may first begin, then we get people there where they work now go transport, we get conductors. Where you pay the money, the bus conductor is going to the government, transportation. People and they take bus, you go, we don't get bus card now, but they don't get bus card or whatever. But we've been get slanting and they all. And I sure say if we been continue then system, then they by now if we don't get bus card, if we don't change to bus card. Because now then they try to put computer system together where you go to pay in a system without even going to the office. Then they try to work on their innovation and then thing then when they do the electronics. Mr. Shilo, like you time, let you
Yes, ma'am.
What you have been talking before, sir.
What did Mr. Eskin just talk about? Let us touch on that, the color. Certain things, we could generally like you say, not to book make sense, now sense make book. I can always complain, say, we bookman them, and the bookman then, and they want to go college, we go tell you, see, they no work. Then walk na heaven, then walk na hell before they come back to art, then get all the education. When you give them the job, they cannot perform. And we know say that they perform because they can say the taste of the pudding lies in the eating. If they do put the experience and the education into effect, we will see the result. The result will be the outcome of what they implement. But we know say nothing not turn out good. It's not like when you give ingredients to somebody, you give pepper, yabas, salt, water, everything, say cook. Kasa leaf or potato leaf. Where you taste you say, the fish not done. The palmine tastes raw.
Yes.
And that. But the person say, I don't cook for 30 years. You get that, say, no, I don't believe that. Now, the same thing with Ubu Commander. Then they come with all the excitement and you throw your head until we say, oh, we'll learn book. Never before have we had a more doctor this, doctor that, all the doctors, them all over the world, everybody in a doctor. Fine. God bless them. Then work hard for the degree. Now, show we what I can do with all this book we learn. Something that's simple. And if we not in a power, what an a past government to, and this is nothing about the current government, it's a pattern. Stevens government, Momo government, Kaba government, and Kuruma government. So we're not even point finger on particular, but we'll just get some pattern and practice. What we need for break away from. Not to everybody will get PhD or master's degree competent for a position one at a game. We just get for begin calling things they are out. Okay? There are tons and tons of SALONians worldwide who have worked for big cities in America, now Canada, now England, now Australia. There are tons and tons of SALONians who have worked for big corporations, Fortune 500. Corporations then, we get 50 million times more money than Sierra Leone. People who have handled complex things then. If we are serious, you look for those kind of people. In every field, medicine, tremendously, lot of well-qualified, good doctors then, whether in America and foreign country, they give fantastic services to them. Now with job, the one they were in a position, and then job for look for those kind of people. And you're not going to ask them, give up your job, who's are you there? But you may ask them, do it when you get your vacation. You mind for can give a hand? You mind for can show we Lily and nothing? You mind for connect we with some of the things? And what when I get on a scrap, then what you not consider scrap, or what we go need, what we not get? You mind for letting us enough for 2 a.m. for sending to we? All these opportunities we're missing because we're too full of ourselves. In the sense that we're cocky, we're arrogant, and we not get much, and we don't know much. This is the problem with the kill with. So my position is simple. So like what Mr. Eskrin said, great idea. Wonderful that these people have been released from Pademba Road. But it doesn't stop there.
Yeah.
Because some of them, their lives have been destroyed.
Yes.
They're not even start all over. Then they start from minus. Then they start from Usai, then Bido Pass, then they start from below that. So they get for work their way back up to Usai and the day before they arrest them, lock them up for 5-6 years and live their life. And still, some of them people psychologically will not know how their mind got damaged because of the environment you hold them.
No, there's no help.
So they don't get the ability. What they get 6 years ago for even cope with the stress of the time. So now, when would they talk about society? What would they talk about government? When you put people in a prison, you get to be concerned as to what they're going back to. Because nobody is going to sit down and starve to death. Nobody is going to sit down and just struggle when he can go break into a house or something or a shop or commit crime and survive. Because for some people, they are much better off if they commit crime than in a Pademba Road. They like one time a day, then they eat. At least they know so they get place for later aid, they get food for eat. They go rather do that. So government for take all these things into account. Now, the main people who will lead that fight today are the Chief Justice and the Attorney General. I keep emphasizing that because I'm online now and then I'm a professional and I know what the difference. This profession is called the noble profession for a reason. It's a noble profession not because lawyers they just look for money and get gentry. It's a noble profession because it's a profession that has always been in the forefront for equality, for human rights, for societal changes, and on and on and on. In America, it's easy for we read for say, there was black and white, there was discrimination. These things did they end up by themselves. They were lawyers of courage who went to court, who challenged the system. Most of them for free because they see injustice. So this is the kind of thing me they say. So to the young lawyers them, and even the old ones them, because they always say young lawyers because they are young, they get more fighting spirit than those of us who were once young, but with all us with firepower now. So it's that kind of thing. So I'm strongly encouraging the young lawyers them. If you not do anything, the situation will just get worse. And the situation get worse would make them bad for next generation. But let me realize for say, Sierra Leone, if we not make them better, Sierra Leone is a part of the world. As far as me know, SALONE will exist for another 1 million years. SALONE is not going anywhere. So it's up to us if we want to make SALONE catch up with other countries or not for left too far beyond. Or we all one figure say we're not a responsibility because but we for be concerned. What will happen to the generations then 10 years from now? I said 10 years, 1,000 years from now. Because SALONE will be around. SALONE not to go inside. So we get to realize how the world is set up and how the world is made. Whether you believe in science, whether you believe in religion, we cannot behave as if the world they end with we. We cannot behave as if SALONE, we on generation, we're not the last. There's going to be thousands, if not millions of more generations until the world ends.
Until the world ends, and they say world without end. So,
you see, so please, we all owe it to this world. When we come, when our position, our duty for making better for the one that were not born yet. Not to duty for making worse, so the one that were not born yet then go suffer more past winner. So we they look at life. But the one I say we at the top, but the one that would the lead.
Yes. Because
if you give an example of $400 million just now, let's say we get a 400 million, but if the one that within a power thinks enough for them, then shape among themselves, well, which means you don't let go 99% of the population the same situation within they. So you keep that up, and the country will just get worse and worse and worse. But if you implement that $400 million into something constructive, and a $400 million will come in segments, and then they give you all at once. Me get me own take on them kind of a gift and they anyway, because we don't need them. Me get the feeling saying that them money then they take, then they dangle in front of we for corrupt we. You know, because the people they know weakness. They know say when they show we money, we become unprincipled. Otherwise, why do we need all that here? What we get, like Mr. Eskin say, the gentleman we just called, we get everything. Countries then they, like Malaysia, they want and they will not get mineral, one of top-notch countries then. Where the Englishman and left them with nothing except the infrastructure of our foreign government, but they don't get nothing. These are world powers today, economic powers. Now, if we implement the book what we don't learn with what we get, we can pass the country then they. We dream for reach that level there. But as we guessed before say earlier, we make so much sense. When you make a man minister, you turn around, you make that man, that minister, in brother become ambassador.
Yep.
Then that minister, they insist that become something else appointed by government. Then that minister, they in all other position. You are doing tremendous disservice to the country. Those kind of practices should be prohibited because it does the country no good. Because then it's clear, you don't come for serve, you come for exploit.
Yes.
You know, and if that's the case, the fault will go to the president because you forget your in-house rules. If I appoint you, I not to give you picking position. I not to give you F position. I not to give you brother position, unless your brother independently qualify for that position there. You know? So
that's an important thing they're talking about. And in the President Bio been talking in one of his speech, that was one of the reasons for the war. Now, one of the reasons then they will make SALONE be go into war because it's like the money they circulate only to the top Angela and the people them and the people them, and that's one of the thing. And like how Mr. Suma will go listen to his speech later on. Like I say, if there is no peace, there is no justice. There's not going to be peace in the country. And if peace not there, the country not they go. If justice not there, the country not they go. We're there in this vicious cycle going back and forth. But let we take another caller. Let we listen to what another caller therefore say. Then we go come back and continue the conversation. Caller, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Voice of Sierra Leone, welcome, Happy New Year, and what you take and what you want to see from President Bill, what you expect the government for do for push we country go before. Hello. Hello, caller. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please, caller. What's your name? Who shall you call we? And Happy New Year. What you expect from the President Bio administration for SALONE in 2021? What you want to see? What you expect for Lego happen for bring the change? We go better with people live.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, caller.
Okay, Happy New Year to you now, Mr. Shilon as well. Mina Joseph, I call from Denmark.
Okay.
What's that name?
Yeah, the thing actually is that only solo to they talk and so forth all in the day. You know, most of it, like we say, run away, come on a salo canaya. But what we come here for, at least we get our picking them today, we're proud of them.
Yes.
SALONE, just like what you talk, what to expect President Bio for do. But as far as me concerned, I believe say I'm not expecting for to do anything because they're not get the caliber. You know, now we'll see, just like what Mr. Shilon talk say, that 400 million, I don't know what that talk say. Now a bit, the people that know we, they don't study we and so forth for money business. Since independence, when the British them they go, the reserve them left, then thief all, then squander them. Who said that money they go, say no go, no. But again, as you mentioned, Malaysia, and look at Hong Kong, that was 97 when they get independence. You know, look at Hong Kong. You know, one thing I want to say is that if we actually ready for develop that country, let us start with education. Now, day to day, we people don't know sabi. First of all, we school curriculums and bad. We teach them not sabi teach. You know, there's a lot of things we're wrong. Then apart from that again, the one the way the rule wouldn't call minister and so forth all in the day. Then wicked. A mere wickedness. Because even the Bible says, it says, for righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach towards damnation. You know? So it really, really tough. We don't know so for start, we don't know. 60 years ago, 60 years ago, when they wait man and they left. Today, we do go back, you know, we just go down the drain. It is worse, it is worse, it is worse. What do we get for do? But again, as Auntie Fadima say, sometimes we need to call the British there again, let them help. We'll not be able on our own. We don't see people there with education. They mess up the whole place. Somebody they can take you get PhD. We had them call them somewhere camera then there, no what in who's in speech we give for New Year message or whatever.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Make my man in go school.
I get some, we go play.
You know? Yeah, me picking say what? This man don't serve the government? Me picking just 21 years old, man the military, they work for Swedish military intelligence. You know? Mm-hmm. But again, I don't know, you know, but a good one to bring this program calm, I mean, low self, you know, talk what we want to talk and so forth, all that in order that I contribute, but me, I not see anything. I write a comment, you know, say, since independence, me not see better. And again, the people that say they pretend, say, they're blind. Then we all see what in the happen, but nobody never talk, we're all afraid. What in this cardness for a nation? You see? Now that's not the thing. And the one that say, where they sit on there. I mean, then they bully the people, them, you know, and it's completely wrong. Let them sit down, let them consider. If you not say you're not capable for the job, say I'm not able. Look, Britain, tell them they still get the Privy Council. The Privy Council, and then they appoint cabinet ministers. You know, we can still get that system there when the British them been there. You know, what was I? So, you know, that me go for say it's difficult until we embark on education and change that country there. You know, without that, we can't go forward at all. Now, that me get for say.
Let me ask you a question, sir. Let me ask you a question, my brother.
Yes.
So you say education. So we get to catch them when they're young, because a lot of times it's difficult for change the mind of people we don't set and all that.
Yes. Okay, Auntie Fadima, I want to give you a small clue of where they are in Denmark.
Yes.
They say upon the law shall we build a nation.
Mm-hmm.
The Pekin they are, from when they start, imagine Mama in Pekin, where he born them, where you see he reach like a 3-4 months, you don't go left and to how they call them. Not to kindergarten, no. I don't know the name. How you call it in English?
Those providers, care.
Like daycare of some sort?
Caretakers?
Yes, yeah, daycare. You don't go left from 5 o'clock in the morning, Mama get for go work. So you find out, say, the daycare mommy them, now then they raise them Pekin then day. Now from there we then don't start. Now that not beyond me other plan where I say we supposed to do. You know? That also you teach the Pekin the when it's small, not for e-paper now, sit down straight. 1 o'clock, go lay down.
Yes.
Go lay down and so forth all in the now so then they grow up with them. You find out, say, when they don't grow, they know they depart from it.
Right.
You see? Then what we do again, we divide the country in a sense. We think girl picking them, boy picking them. Yeah, we'll not get them in here. Now, co-educational. Then get boardrooms them. But the thing actually is that man, or girl picking and boy picking them, they mix. They always work as a team from primary school. Now, a teamwork. So you find out so they're able to build a nation. But once you don't separate people them or gender, then you don't get a problem.
Well,
you know?
Yeah.
So that don't make me for say, you know, it's pathetic, it's really pathetic.
Yeah, because Denmark is one of the Scandinavian countries, right?
Countries, yes. We are one of the what they call the most educated countries in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the population now 5.5 million. The term when me from what Canada, 1992. There have been 30,000 people. The population not grow at all. From that time they work almost 28 years now and so forth all in the day. The population only grow by I think almost 4% or 5%.
Right.
People don't know the born. Women don't know the born beginning again, Auntie Fadima. The only way to go for a career. You know? You see?
But
so people that wait get they say PP they call them Parenthood Planning Association, PP and so forth all that. Of course, yes. But also, like, for example, I tell you, abortion are free. You know, say you get belly, you know, one time you call your doctor and send you to hospital and pull up. I'm not to say the favor that.
all is built on a system, right? The system.
What the system or what to create an education? Anti-Fadima, anything we can think of, then get institution for them.
Yes.
You know? Then get institution for anything. You see?
Yeah.
Any kind of education you think you want to take, then get institution for them. You will go and are free. You know, they pay 1 cent.
Okay. That's a good system we will for that, because we have to start from when they're young. We'll get forgive the people.
Not day. Yes. Put them together. They mean just like we didn't send them. But inside the 18th century, now they begin changing the country. Say, okay, now we put this thing to practice. Now we see what we'll be able to do in order that we'll be able to bring the picking and come up. Just like what we did Anti-Fadima, you not girl picking. We said them go lucky say, you know the city. So the other side again, now they complain with the man and say the woman then get too much power. You see? But when you look again, woman, if you educate a woman, you educate a country.
Yeah, you're right.
You see? So now that making for say, I hope so we consider it and then we decide for do we picking them the one they were not born yet, set that institution, you know, for them, that pattern.
Yeah, we get for fix this, and we all not go give up. We all voice them go come out, then they go through to the one day where they run the government, and they listen to we, then they hear, and we they see after them what they talk, where people in the Allah we see then they fix and small, and not they fix and boko, but then they fix and boko they behind them for let them fix what's broken. They try.
That's not true. The other thing back where we talk, like for example, when this war in Liberia happened. Though na sell them for, you know, and the check where they give, na false check na Switzerland. The person will go collect what one brigadier Dumbuya Nigerian. I then tell them say that account not they exist. So they have full leaders them. Then go tell you say when they know say you weak, you stupid. Then they tell you say they put 450 million on your account. And you can dispose of that money any time you like and so forth all length and day. As long as you give access to the companies then to the raw materials. And the raw materials themselves, Anti-Fadima, Mr. Shilon, will not sabi the value.
No, they value it, now then they run the market. They tell us anything they want to give us.
Yes.
We're dumb.
and the reason why they not say we're not serving manufacture. Now that's the problem there. You see? Because they not say they don't begin manufacture. They not get anything. And they tell you, they won't go down without a fight.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thank you so much. And I hope to get you back again. I hope to get you back again.
Okay.
And if you want to join anytime, join the panel, join the conversation, let me know so we will join you in. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for sharing.
All right. Well, thanks as well.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Again, yes. Mr. Shilon,
well, you know, the gentleman touched on some practical things then. This is the reason why whether they abroad, I don't care for what period of time, whether or not for a long period or short period. One thing way undeniable is when you come abroad, you are the open. You see things the way, you know, things say, way of the unimaginable to you. From the roads to the buildings, to the technology, to everything. This is not for put your mind at a different level. So if you ever go back, you want to make any meaningful contribution, you ever begin for thinking at those levels. The gentleman says something, like I mentioned Malaysia earlier. Go back, let me go back and read. Malaysia had nothing when the British left. They didn't have anything. Look at these countries. They are Malaysia, Singapore. These are some of the commercially successful powerhouses in the world.
We have
by using the mind.
Yes.
By using the foundation where the Englishman, we train them. You know, at the same training in Giwi, the same education. India, same education. Israel, you see, we just can't keep making excuses for ourselves. As if we're not capable.
Yeah.
The real problem is selfishness. I don't even agree for say we'll not get foresight. We'll get foresight, but we'll not believe for benefit others unless we get for that. from that. Now, we problem that one day. Because the foundation where which man left Giwi, even if they left zero, with the educational foundation within Giwi, with the civil service structure within left Giwi for run government and rule we safe, with the agricultural skills they would have left Giwi for grow with crops them and as well as manage them and export them. Had we handled those things constructively, even if we not be rise to another level, we would have been doing 50 times better than we're doing now. The fact of the matter is, most of us, we young people then, we daddy them, they were just too short-sighted and greedy. Because they were not looking things from it. Everything which my left give way, when we take over, we go the direct opposite direction. We're not trying to improve anything. Okay? So now we try to compete. But we don't even get the foundation yet for compete. So me, when this gentleman talk about he mentioned manufacturing, which I was waiting to mention. And okay, how many PhDs we get in a cabinet? The whole cabinet can get 6 PhD each of them. Without manufacturing, any country, no country progresses without manufacturing.
Yeah.
No country. They can go back, the one that win an economist, I believe will agree with me. You therefore get the manufacturing base, which will be and we shouldn't tell them all go back.
Yeah.
We'll be the manufacture stuff in Australia.
They all pack go.
Okay, and then one thing I need to remind people, where the gentleman suggested or mentioned with mineral resources. If you get your product, you can't price them, and you can't use them, somebody else go price them and use them for you.
Yeah.
That is just plain and simple.
Yeah.
Then PhDs there would put in a position. Now then job for come up with ideas. And then job for land, I forget put value and pricing. But right now, as things are in Sierra Leone, for example, we'll talk about mineral resources. Sierra Leone, not the mine. President Bio halts everything. There's no mining going on in Sierra Leone. Why? Because the previous government then do such shady deal, and that the deals then be so bad and disadvantageous to Sierra Leone that this current government just say, hold it. Or in fact, we're not even, things are so bad, we're not going to even mine. So all the mining activities are shut down because of the bad arrangements they wouldn't make. And all the arrangements then that before make multimillionaires out of politicians and people in the position, including the ex-president. You got to say these things as they are.
Right.
You know? So when you strike a deal with a foreign government where they can't mine you minerals, and then you do a double take on that deal there for say, okay, we go tell the country, say, SALONE go get $50 million a year. But when I know, say, SALONE they get $300 million. But what does it tell the country say, $50 million? So out of that 250, when I get for put 150 in my bank account and so and so, what kind of cruelty is that?
Yeah.
When we know, say, if that money they come into the revenue, it will do tremendous things and it will change people's mind. Let me give people examples. The last look the amount of people that would die in the street.
Mm-hmm.
People that were unaccounted for. People were a degree of homelessness.
Yeah.
Look at the degree, and the homelessness is so bad. It involves picking them.
Oh yeah.
Men. I just see a video where they go bury 80 people,
yes,
of men, women, and children in a mass grave. All of these people were homeless. Nobody knows them. Now my question is, how can a child be unaccounted for? To this day, we don't have the reporting of birth, because if that picking, they said children. So if they're children and they may report them back, they cannot be people without ID. They will have IDs. This is the disservice our brothers from every district are doing to their people. That is so bad. These brothers, most of our brothers, my generation, this is the fact.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
If unless in a Western area you be born, people of my generations, some of whom are now ministers, don't know when they were born. They don't know their actual birth date. I know that as a fact because I was raised in that area. Around district women be there, birth and deaths were not registered. They're only the Creole people who be chap there be know for doing canteen in there. When people reach school from one, where you go both school, go CKC, you go UCC, you go grammar school, and the first thing they actually say, oh, there you get for begin figure out when you were born. Fine.
Yes.
Fine. But now when I get power, why would I not go look back and say, well, women be small? My mama and papa don't know when I'm born. But we can't do unto the current generation. Why are these brothers and sisters doing this to them people? This is the thing I don't understand. How can they be so careless? And then these guys are bragging. Everybody is doctor this, doctor that. You know, it just gets me because this is cruelty.
Yeah.
Most of these guys, 90% of them were born in areas of depraved poverty. They know that. They were born in poverty. They know what poverty is. And they're not trying to uplift them people and from poverty. You know, so it upsets me. And sometimes I talk with passion.
Yeah.
When it comes to Nigeria, because there's a Ms. Fadima, you must have seen this commercial. And I call them farmers commercial because we're all in America, we must have seen it. Where the man can say, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. So I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. Some of these things I'm talking about, I know that's first class. Because I grew up in that environment. And for our brothers and sisters, they were all ministerial positions and administrative positions. We are not trying to come up with it. And then one time we heard this thing where this guy said, then they try for change, like marriage license. They are beginning to ask people, and somebody say, then for come up with 1 million Leones for get married license.
For pay for
you know? I think birth certificates about 500,000. Is that how we're helping the people? How many people make 1 million Leone a month?
No.
I mean, this is just madness. The better approach will be married license, you have for say for free, birth certificate for free. Then we're making progress. But then they go the opposite direction. It's just like they keep hammering the poor people. They keep hammering the poor people. But when you do go bury 80 people in a mass grave because nobody knows who they are, and that includes children dying on the streets in Sierra Leone, in Freetown. And then the other point I want to make, if what we see say they happen Freetown is not Sierra Leone all by itself. The larger part of the country exists. Now, if that they happen at Freetown, so which means nobody cares for the upland people then.
No, they don't.
They wouldn't die or this and that. They're lucky so if there is a local government for bury themselves. And then with brothers and with the run government, now upline they all come out.
Yes.
This is now the show for them people.
Those are the people more than the ones that are born
instead the Minister of Lands.
Yes.
The Minister of Lands, who should be engaged in constructive activity by building public housing, by doing correct things. He is just busy illegally, dictatorially taking people the land. We're saying come out. We're making in job just entail taking lands.
Yeah.
And I'm glad for see the video. There's a video, audio where and then there's a letter. The current Speaker of the House, write to the President, complaining about the Minister of Housing, about the.
You know why he did that? Because they don't begin to touch him. Because people have been saying this for the past 2 years, because they don't begin to touch their own them.
And where are these lawyers in Australia? Where they care so less, where they're not going to take upon themselves for bringing civil. What they should do, there's a tactical approach to that. Even if the Chief Justice doesn't care. Young lawyers, take upon yourself, call these people, file 1,000 lawsuits against Sandy. If the court's not put anything in on the calendar, file 2,000 next year. At some point, the Chief Justice will be overwhelmed. Because lawyers, you got to rise up and take care of business in that country. It's about time. all this, not to Ernest Koroma no more, the big name them for they represent. Let's hear, let JFK and the one, let's see what NSF can do for the poor, the one that will not get money. Yeah. We call that pro bono.
Yeah, pro bono.
You know, Andy Macaulay, Gerald Kamara, please, I hope that you hear me. Una na successful lawyers in Australia. It's about time you look out for the poor, not to just annex and in group. Okay? This is what you would all learn in America. This is what the American teach we. You know?
For help injustice, help with injustice to the ones that don't have it. You do pro bono cases and
yes.
You know, to the people.
When I use some of their money, then they didn't big money to make for help the poor.
And as much as, you know, President Bio, it pleases the president to keep him as Minister of Land, it should please him to unput, because people that don't complain.
He's a nuisance. This man is a nuisance. People, they should not even be referring to him as Dr. Sandi, because he's not worthy of the accolade, the way he conducts himself. He engages in violence. He engages in thuggery. Education does not help that man one bit. I'm sorry to say.
The people that we didn't care about, or the one that were close to them, that is why now they're doing what they're doing. And I pray to God they continue to do it, because the people want justice, the people want peace, the people want live. They just want, all they're asking for is just give me the basic of life and I will make them into bigger things, because that's what our people did. Our people had the basic, they multiplied it because the opportunities were there. Now, that day, we not grow up in a salon because we left salon. Yeah. We were younger. We left salon. We not grow up in a salon. We don't develop now. Other people country them. You can't even go back. Look at the family that they put the other day. They want to go apply for Christmas. Thieves go into their house. That's the same thing they did to my family. They did to me, auntie, my uncle right now as I speak. My auntie's husband is in Ghana. They get for do surgery for them. The chief man then go now. They also talk about them a couple of months ago. They go with guns. They go with cutlasses. They put acid in them window. They cut the bar window. Go in there, and these are organized crimes. And the police and whoever, you know, all these things. You know how you want to go back to a country, even though like we get all them crime them, but at the same time, if we call the police, then go come. Most of the police, they're not all everybody gets this. Then they can and they do their job. If you call 911, they will send a response. You feel a little safer. But salon, you go there, you don't even get system where you go call policeman, then come. Then go tell you say gas no they owe, they not get pen for right to report. You know they go lay complaints and at morning they go don't kill you or do nothing. They rob the family, take all their. How would people want to go back to those kind of things? Because in life, safety is first. But they say a thing too. Sierra Leoneans say we want the Moses. We want a Moses. We want somebody for can rescue you. Everybody saying party like the Moses, like the person, you know. But I want to ask every Sierra Leonean here today, we all can be the Moses. And when God be one saying Moses, when I said I say for go tell Pharaoh for let the people go, he asked God a question. He said, what you get? I don't get nothing. How they go for go tell Pharaoh now this powerful man, Pharaoh now this, Pharaoh now this, that. You know, and I tell, you know, and God say, what do you have in your hand? What do you have in your hand? And what if Pharaoh been get was a stick. And that stick that he used for parts the Red Sea is allegorical. You know, the story is there. Use it to how you want it. But what do you have in your, what do you have inside you that can bring the change that you want to see? Because we all get something when we go contribute. Especially like to the young ones now, when they take over from with generation. Because I'm 57, I say it every day, and I'm proud to say my age. We don't all, but we the talk. We don't all, but we the guide. We don't all, but we the do what's in the call. The young people, what do you have inside you? What do you have in your hand? And so God may ask Moses, use what you have for bring the change, for make the government, for demand the government, for make the change where you want to see for yourself and for your people and for your country. Because it's about we have to talk. Once upon a time, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all the other ones, they call them radicals. But today, they get the change that at least the black, it is not perfect, but black has the right to vote. Black, we have the stand up. We have the stand up. First time, we're not sit down at the front of the bus 60 years ago. We're not sit down at the front. But somebody was, one little guy was bold enough to say, oh no. One lady was bold enough to say, no. I don't want this kind of life for myself. Is this the life we want for continue for live and make we leaders like say they are gods, now then no more forget the good life, then we people them they suffer? Is that the life we want? When I look at your President Bio's speech, I don't know if what's in a call. When I'm calling, if we're not able to call in, I know some people can say they just enjoy the conversation, that they listen. Some people they shame for call. But if your voice, if you not say something, they're not going to hear what you think. You will think inside, but you have to let it out.
Right.
You have to let it out. You have to bring stuff out so people can hear you. Voice your opinion, sound your what's in a concept. So let we listen to President Bio's speech, where he addressed the nation for the new year. Then we'll go listen to Samuel's speech. Then we'll listen to Just Michelle. We'll break them. So we're not going to listen to all, but we'll go break them, and then we waiting safe. So let we listen, please. Let we listen. But the question,
fellow citizens, 2020 has been an exceptional year. A year in which the raging worldwide COVID-19 pandemic has killed over 1.7 million people, including our fellow Sierra Leoneans at home and abroad. A year in which worldwide healthcare systems and economies have struggled. A year in which worldwide anxiety and fear have shaken hopes for the future. We took a licking, like all countries in the world and in the sub-region. But we have kept on ticking as a nation. We have demonstrated our unity, resilience, and perseverance as a nation. We have showcased leadership with empathy, churned out opportunity out of adversity, and continued keeping our promises to the nation for progressive and accountable governance of the state. In 2020, Sierra Leone has been recognized the world over for simply doing the right things really well. We collectively resolved 2 years ago that our nation must no longer be defined by the stigma of the past as a helpless, corrupt nation, vulnerable to pestilence, prone to bloody wars, racked by human trafficking and illegal migrations, and creaking under the burden of bad governance and failure. Our international standing, image, and respectability as a nation have continued to improve in 2020. For the first time in the country's history, one of our nation's best judges, Justice Mieta Samba, beat out worldwide competition to be elected judge on the International Criminal Court. After a decade more, we paid our dues to major international institutions, and we have deepened and heightened our multilateral engagements with nations and institutions all over the world. We continue to provide continental leadership for the C10 for the much overdue reform of the United Nations Security Council. Our international governance and transparency assessments throughout 2020 have been outstanding. This year, the Millennium Cooperation Challenge, MCC, selected our nation as compact eligible after we passed a record 13 indicators, including the Control of Corruption indicator and the indicator on political and human rights. We passed the EITI, assessed for the first time to Tier 2 for the trafficking in persons, assessment by the U.S. State Department, and made progress in the United Nations and World Bank Human Development Indicators. Our competent handling of COVID-19 pandemic has been praised by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the World Health Organization, the African Peer Review Mechanism, and more. We have been cited for being innovative, proactive, and predicating our successful policies on data, science, technology, and expert advice. Through a central coordinating unit, NACOVAC, we quickly set up ancillary coordinating units in each district, established 6 testing labs, 21 treatment centers with at least one in each district, made available at least 1,000 beds, and ramped up surveillance, contact tracing, and social mobilization in short order. We have also provided health insurance for over 11,000 workers. Consequently, we have kept case fatality ratios very low. Throughout, our focus has been on saving lives and protecting livelihoods, committed to implementing the key priorities of rice self-sufficiency, crop diversification, livestock development, and sustainable forest management and diversification as articulated in the National Agricultural Transformation Plan 2023. Due to the pandemic, government focused on intensifying staple crop production in order to mitigate anticipated food shortages in the country. Among other initiatives, government acquired equipment for more mechanization, designed better agricultural financing instruments, improved seeds and seedlings for rice and cash crops, and provided for more private sector engagement in agricultural production. In 2020, we also launched a $54 million commercial rice production investment at Rombe, Putloko District, and significantly advanced rice value chain investments in the south and north of the country. In the fisheries sector, we developed a comprehensive fisheries management and sustainability plan, invested in inshore patrol craft and other surveillance technologies, provided advanced fishing vessels and equipment for youth and women in the artisanal sector, scaled up investment in sanitary fish processing at both industrial and artisanal levels, and expedited arrangements for the construction of a $55 million fish harbor complex. We have not related on creating the right environment for tourism sector investment in various parts of the country. We have broken sword on the new Longe International Airport Terminal and other imminent investments on Shabro Islands as part of that comprehensive package. In 2020, we also commenced the construction of a water treatment plant and distribution networks in Bonth and other headquarter towns. We have significantly improved medical infrastructure and increased bed capacity at maternal and child health units, upgraded medical and diagnostic medical equipment, recruited and trained thousands more nurses, and enhanced their conditions of service, transformed patient referral and transportation services through the National Emergency Medical Services, streamlined and expanded nationwide medical supplies, and improved blood supply services. Preliminary data indicates that we have reduced maternal and child mortality as well as overall morbidity from common illnesses. We have maintained public education financing at 22% of budget and set up a multi-donor trust fund of about 72 million United States dollars in partnership with the World Bank, GPE, EU, Irish Aid, and FCDO. Over 2.6 million pupils are direct beneficiaries of our continuing investment in increased access to education. We have developed more school infrastructure, especially through partnerships with private sector and development partners, provided free school feeding for vulnerable school populations, recruited more teachers with improved service conditions, and improved quality teaching and learning. A school catchment analysis, a new 5-year education sector plan, and a new Education Act that responds to the needs of the future are on our immediate agenda. We are working on transformative higher education reforms and skills development training across the country. Even during COVID-19, we paid for all transition examinations at all levels, revised the school curriculum, and held a national forum on the future of education in Sierra Leone if we are to compete in the global economy. In 2020, we created more safe spaces for girls, overturned the ban on pregnant girls from attending school, and introduced a policy of radical inclusion in line with our principles of universal access. In 2020, we strengthened the Sexual Offences Act, introduced one-stop centers for rape survivors, established Sexual Offences Model Court to fast-track cases of sexual and gender-based violence, launched a gender equality and women's empowerment policy, and furthered more dialogue with women's groups, civil society, and advocacy organizations. We have put more unemployed urban youths to work in 2020 through various employment initiatives undertaken by the Ministry of Youth. In 2020, we have initiated a new disaster management agency to lead on our resilience strategies as a nation. And we have built more public safety infrastructure in fire stations in the district headquarter towns. In 2020, we have expunged the seditious criminal libel law and amended the Independent Media Commission Act to guarantee free speech. No journalist is in jail for seditious libel offenses. And my government has sustained a structured engagement with civil society and rights groups. We have also maintained the moratorium on death penalty and set up a technical committee to advise on the recommendations of the Justice Cowan-led constitutional review process. So in spite of COVID-19, we have made great progress because of our relentless optimism and resilience in the face of adversity. We are indeed one nation and one people. With a zeal that never tires, 2021 will be better because we know and believe that dogged hard work and focus breed success. Let us all continue striving even harder to make our Sierra Leone a more peaceful, more resilient, and more prosperous nation. I wish everyone a happy new year.
Okay. Mr. Shillon, sir, your president, my president, our president has spoken to the nation. It don't list all the things them what they do in 2020. But the things them where still people them, the bread and butter issue, not they reach down to the people. The president don't give in speech by English. They don't talk to in people of Sierra Leone in English. And some of we, some 10 and they okay, lost tracks, we don't know what they talk. Because not all we all learn book, we not study book. What do you think, sir?
Well, first of all, everything what the president lay out I think this is where part of good advice come about. The president, besides in cabinet, he forgets all the type of advisors them for making get the maximum effect of any kind of broadcast or any statement we make. Or if forget effect we will be to your advantage. What do you mean? What the president don't narrate all anything there. He talk about what they don't do. But if I were an advisor to the president, I will have do comparison and contrast. That is, you say, well, we can have power. Now so and so things may be. At this stage, that same thing they will meet 5, now 10 day now. At this stage, when you talk about mortality, birth mortality, and this kind of thing, tell we how many people they die every year, and since when I come, what the difference will don't make, how do improve the quality of health, the health quality, because he talk about they don't add bed capacity in a cottage hospital. That's fine, but what about the quality of service, of care? Has that been improved? And how was it improved? Was it improved by assigning so many patients to a doctor now, more or less? So that really will have helped to educate. We foresee the progress. But when you just say we've done all this, and we talk about youth unemployment, well, and then you say when I don't put some youth then to work, it sounds more impressive if you say when we take over, youth unemployment was 98%. Well, now we don't reduce them to 90% or 95%. So we can see, but there's no comparison. So if then talk about all these things they've done, all of which may be true, but in relation to what? We do know, say, Sierra Leone, without manufacturing, I don't see how we're going to solve unemployment problem in Sierra Leone, because the government has limited capacity to employ people. They have so much space, and that will be it. The rest for going into private enterprise, or activities. So I commend the president. However, there are a lot of things that I give very high mark. The seditious, the libel law, that was a giant step for which the president should take a victory lap over and over and over. And the reason why I feel safe or feel that way, first of all, this was a law that was drafted with bad intentions in the Magai era. It came into being solely for oppressed oppositional people, then when mostly the APC at the time. But what is so striking at that law, the APC kind of power, they use the same law for oppress other people illegally. Oh no, it was not illegal because it was a law at the time. Unfairly jail people. In fact, they use those laws to unfairly arrest people, some of people who end up being executed on false charges, false evidence. I mean, this is part of our history. We've got to call it like it is.
Yeah.
Then you have series of governments that came along, from Stevens to Jackson Smith to Momo. From Jackson Smith to Stevens to President Momo to President Kaba to President Nkrumah, nobody saw fit for examine that law day and say this is just not right. And that's because we don't understand the role of the press in a civil society and in a democracy. The whole idea forced them to say, oh, there are 3 arms of government, but no, there are 4. The press is the 4th arm.
Yeah.
No democracy will survive or operate smoothly without a free press. So we, for all these years, almost 60 years of independence, and since 1965, when our law was passed, almost 55 years, President Bio, who may have been a child at that time if he was born at the time, is the person who saw fit and began recognizing the unfairness of the law. He deserved tremendous credit. And this is a giant step forward. And this, he will go down in history, no matter how and legacy could be, this is something he will brag about, that at least I make sure that my opposition or somebody who disagreed with me was not being arrested because he says something where I disagree with or we disagree with. So I give the president huge credit for that. Now, but sometimes I understand the police is acting as if they not abolish that law, because they get this, they're still into this whole habit. Because I recently see one of the top police officers, them called Sylvia Blyden.
Yes.
And say he understands, say she's been giving money to Okada.
Yeah, buy gas for Okada drivers.
The drivers.
Yes, go buy gas for them. What you doing for
what you don't understand, the woman may be promoting her own political well-being, but this is just so unserious of that police officer. First of all, he shouldn't have that power. And an encroachment on women and constitutional right. She's free to spend her money whichever way. It is not a crime in Sierra Leone that you cannot buy something for the poor or for anybody where you feel for spending your money pan. And this is a country where armed robbery is on the rise. You would think that officer, they call then gang leaders and they would conduct the armed robbery, say, we want to talk to you at the CID. So this is money being wasted on that officer there, and this is time being wasted. So if we can redirect our attention, and this is again, I can see where the Attorney General can call the Inspector General and say, look, we're hearing cases of rise in armed robbery. And I take the position, any armed robber is a potential killer. Because they can kill you at any time.
Yeah.
And what the Chief Justice and the Attorney General do not understand, if they do, they shouldn't be wasting time into giving attention to. These people are coming for one way to do well. They're not go chief. They not get nothing for rob from the poor man like them. Now when we get the big house, the nice cars, where they go in and out from overseas. I mean, I just don't know why we can't see that. So when are they in a position of power, when for clamp down on that degree of lawlessness, you know?
They go after Sylvia Blyden because
Sylvia Blyden doesn't hurt anybody. So why is that such an important thing?
Doing that thing. But then he said on the video, the chief of whoever column say that was orders. They get orders say for caller in because they go give gas. What you do?
Well, who gave him order? Because if chief, you see, this
orders from above. That's what he said.
All that practice, the lawyers are beginning for challenge that because first of all, the president's office should not be calling the police and giving them orders. They're supposed to be trained professional. Say, for example, let's say the president doesn't know about this, but one of his assistants in a state out, because of limited knowledge of how the police should function, call. And maybe the motivation could even be tribalistic based. So, you the police officer, you the chief of police don't understand the prescription of your job.
They understand, but they don't care. They know. They don't do it to intimidate.
How are you going to maintain a civil society in that kind of form? So this guy should know better. They should know better. The police officer or the chief of police should be able to say, look, I know my job, and I will take action when action is required.
But
I will look ridiculous if I call Ms. Blyden or Mr. So-and-so and ask and say, why they buy petrol for bigger man them? Why they give food? Why they give food to man them within a waff?
Yeah.
I mean, that is just so ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is like the idleness, the uselessness, the lawlessness, elderness.
But this is in a country that requires extreme attention, of these people. Then they waste the energy, then they direct in the wrong way. Sylvia Blyden will be Sylvia Blyden. She's very calculated. She
right for talk and do, as long as they hurt nobody, they're right for for voice your opinion or do whatever I want for do.
And
without
associate with
that's
anybody
the police. That's what they do, because they get the people that what they call them from higher up, the Lawrence Leemans of the interior ministers, because he is so power crazy. But he don't quiet then the entire another year again, then better again. They don't quiet small. But these are the people calling these men. You get for go meet them, you get for go arrest them, and then the police who hire them, who give them appointments. It's the people in power. So they work for the people. They don't work for SALONEans. They work for the people in power. So when they make them, then give their orders from above, they have to carry it. Sometimes their hands are tied. They therefore do what orders from above give them for do, you know. And some of these people are not fit to be in our cabinet. Some of these people are not, and I don't know why President Bio not see him, because we cannot fire him right now because he is our president. Only the election board, the people of Sierra Leone will fire him. Nobody can fire him. But these ministers can be fired and replaced because they're not doing good job for the country. You know, they're not do good work. They're not doing good jobs. They're there because, you know, they sabiam or they try for pay them back or whatever good been done there between them, and because that's the stuff that is put out there that these people and President Vio feel like he's obligated to keep them in power. Because that's what it is, and these are the people messing him up. Even if President Vio got good intention, these people are not making him look good at all. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. And the people of Sierra Leone are suffering. And we don't agree with President on talk, but they give a speech for the people of Sierra Leone, but they speak to the white community because to me, if I want to talk to me people, I want to talk to the language where the masses of the people go. Did they interpret down there for them? Did anybody? Because long term, they read news, they read an amended Limba, Creole, local Limba, so all them they can read them. When they don't read the Creole use English, them the same news, then they read them one by one, back to back. So all man go feel say they don't talk to their own language, because when you speak to the people, when you are address the people, you get for speaking the language of the people where you address, not for please the outside. To me, English, yes, now we language of education or whatever, but if you want, most of the people are illiterate, you get for speak the language when a Creole, where most people they understand, then they can translate now to the English for let the white community hear you waiting and they talk. When you go to United Nations, they put a headphone at ears. When the person they can't speak it, they speak in the language of who's I come out. Then they will interpret them for you later waiting and they say. But to me, I would have, you know, and then also to me again the speech where don't give you don't talk all the wonderful things the way don't do boku. But then I felt that the people were not included in it. It was like, I don't tell now what they do, but what is it? Is it rolling down to the people? Yes, some of them therefore take time for develop. But the stuff that they don't do from last year to year before last, is it rolling down? Is it showing in the lives of the people? Are they showing? You know, it doesn't talk about, is it touching the people? They therefore tell the people, say, hey, listen, I know say times are hard, I know say we struggle, but we try. Now this we don't do, we go try, you know, so next year, by next year, we'll go begin see the development, we'll begin see. That's how you talk to the people, make them feel like they are part of this thing. But people are there, life is hard, things are hard, the immunities, then the conditions, the immunity, the things that where people ever use, they're not there, and people are getting frustrated with that. So to me, the speech was just reading from a teleprompter, and these, you know, just the book Monday again for look intelligent and make intelligent. That's just me. I mean, this is my opinion. They say we can get the caller them with the keep closing the callers. We keep having people on the phone. When I call back, and they say we can get the lost the caller them. So when I call back, please, you know, let me wait in a call. But the car wrap up just now, Mr. Shilon, so I'll pass them back to you because the caller don't.
Well, this is my point. I agree with you. I wish the president begin then get a reason. They must have done their own calculation for see why advantageous for speaking English. But you come across to you people them, and you get a love and affection and the appreciation more when you talk in the local dialect where most of we hear. And if that local dialect, they're not to all they talk and Creole. So subsequently, the Ministry of Information will have to do translated versions. But for sure, English not to the appropriate language. But the president gets your own calculation. I think he must know why he thinks in English. For like we really on the outside looking in, we just think say they talk to the outside community, to the European community, to the UN, to the World Bank. But because if not for the people, then but that leaves the people then out. Because the way you can determine if with the message with the president gives sink in, and this is, I hope the newspaper will begin that practice. They go out, do a survey, stop people at random, ask them questions like, hey, because then go talk, then go on for talk. You get a minute, you will listen to the president's message, you will get a yes or a no. If you say yes, what you remember he say, anything you remember, just tell me. Then you go get an idea. If you answer that question there, then you go say how you feel about that. But sometimes most of the people will say, well, and I be listen. And the one that will listen will say, I don't remember what you say. So which tells you see the president only advises them for cover them grounds then they, which tells you they not give the president the right advice how for getting message across effectively. So it sounds good, but again, then Bukmaya, this is time where common sense for prevail, not to PhD. There is no PhD in common sense or intelligence. Okay, now we have to apply our own common sense and intelligence for arrive at constructive outcome. So what you made it urge the president for do? I think he has the best of intentions, and I think he's doing well considering age, considering all the 60 years of independence and all the previous leaders that we would get. I give him high marks. But having said that, I will hope that we understand, say, nothing will be solved. For example, if the police want to go after Sylvia Blyden, she's a well-educated, very calculated, very strategic woman.
Yes.
And very intelligent. So if you want for engagement, you get for engagement with strategy, common sense, intelligence, and education.
Yes.
You just need to go and begin call her and begin asking silly questions why you give you money to John Doe. Because she's just going to make you look ridiculous. And that's a waste of time, energy, government resources. Leave her alone and go after criminals. Leave her alone and go after people who cause problems in the system. If we want to run the system good, because not only the ministers and with the complaint board, the government system are like motoka. If the engine good, the transmission good, but the tires then flat, they cannot go run.
Yeah.
If the tires then they run and everything, but the radiator, the leak water, the motor car not go run. Everything get for work with each other for the car run. Now the same thing, police or and doctors them or lawyers them or, we all get a role. We only roles all put together and they make the system run efficiently. So people need to understand what's in the role. When you go to parliament, and the irony is there are a few young, dedicated members of parliament who know exactly what's in the role in the parliament.
Yes.
But they're in the minority. And there are some who just go in for the power, no more, and the privilege and the opportunity. And in the future, I get me own common sense suggestion as to how to minimize corruption in high places, because we are not going to get angels then for run the government. But we want to come up with ideas as to how people, when they give 100 million, not take 95 million for yourself and left 5 million for the country. But I believe, say, if you take 1 or 2 or 3 million and left 97 million for the country will do okay.
But that's the chief minister in your own pep talk.
Yeah.
But the chief minister said, "We thief, but not thief or low left some."
But you see what they do. Then the thief 95% of the thief, so you go no see the thief. Then the thief, so you not go see nothing left. Then the thief, so you not go see even the results of what the money do.
But they're not supposed for thief.
They're not supposed for thief at all, but if they are for thief, at least get some conscience, This is the only point. No, nobody's justified stealing. You know, for thief, you for South government, you know, for kind of with the intention for thief.
Of stealing. What is for the people is for the people. Now there are a bunch of people and then they get their salary every month. You know, they skip their salary, but the people there where they work hard, the teachers, the doctors, the lawyer, the nurses, the watchman them, the gatesman them, the cleaner them, they all pensioner them, the money then they know they get some. But every month, these ministers, this cabinet, these presidents, they get their money. Then they send money, you know, the people and they put their money in a bank. There's no money. But then they get paid every month. There's money for them.
There's plenty of money in our government.
How come? Yeah. You know? So these are the things that with zero tolerance nonsense. That's why I am saying this, and I'm saying it again today. I've said it a couple of years ago. I think it is time we make a change for a better leader. And we don't take man for all this year. Don't call me a feminist or whatever. But I think we should give a woman a chance now. And I say again, our campaign, even though I sit on at VOS, I will support a woman where I know say gets in aid and sense about. We're ready for bring SALONE to the level where like we want for Siam at the behind that woman day. Because the men have failed us. Our men have failed us. Our brothers have failed us. And they come there, they go as male chauvinist speak. Look how they belittle the mayor. Because the mayor, you know, is a woman that left all what they do. Forgive and sacrifice and bring a change and bring a decent Sierra Leone to the one where in people then be left, where insect been born into. For bring and come back, they fighting out with everything. But that's a woman that is strong, that is standing there because he believe what he believe. It's not that is but I know they say every woman for all the position. I'm talking about a woman that I know can stand the heat, that could stand against the boys and stand among the boys, and he keep your head up and he team up and standing ground. Radical leader for good change in Sierra Leone. Because our men have failed us. They all like power, they all like position. I'm sorry, I'm not discriminating against the men, because you got few good men among them. You have few good men, but I think it's time we need a leader. We need for change leadership cause. I just do believe that, because it's been too long. It's been too long. But I mean, Mr. Sheila, if you get anything for say, let we get call at them. Let play Samuga Kamara on quick. Let play Samuga Kamara. Mr. Jesmed Suma on we go play next week, because hopefully go there with we want for analyze waiting a talk and break and down. But now listen to Samoa Kamara. This is now another one we don't want with financial institution for the longest time. Now we bank when I've been the aspirant flag bearer for APC, and instead give your own speech to the nation, instead talk but his own stuff where he feels say, you know, he feels say so he see him. So now let's listen to Samoa Kamara. When I had the flag bearer, former flag bearer, and now they try for run back again for take position. When I don't listen me farm with them, then we.
My dear compatriots, at home and abroad, a year has gone by, and as always, we are thankful to Almighty God for keeping us going throughout this unusually difficult and challenging year. We should be particularly grateful for His grace upon us regarding the deadly coronavirus pandemic, in view of how it has ravaged in other parts of the world. Even as I commend you for playing your part in mitigating its spread, even as I continue to urge you not to lower your guard in protecting yourselves and your loved ones against the disease, and even as I continue in my humble way to help in raising awareness and in combating the virus by speaking about it and by providing face masks and economic relief, I still believe that responsibility is ours as citizens to stay the course of staving off this ruinous disease. My sincere condolences go out to those who have lost loved ones, and may the souls of the faithful departed rest in perfect peace. In this regard, I also want to seize this opportunity to express profound appreciation to the international community and development partners for their assistance in fighting and mitigating the impacts of the virus. My compatriots, about this same time last year, I had the privilege and honor to share with you my thoughts and concerns about where our beloved country was headed since the bill-led Sierra Leone People's Party SLPP PAOPA came to power under the mantra of new direction. The nation will certainly recall the profound apprehension and fears I expressed then, that in just 20 months after President Julius Maada Bio came to power, our beloved country, and I quote, experienced an unprecedented abuse of power, unraveling of our judiciary, a dangerous corruption of our parliament and of our security apparatus, a scornful curtailing of our civil liberties, a mindless poisoning of the investment environment, a deliberate entrenchment of tribal and regional politics, and a collapsed economy. 1 year has gone by since I made this statement, and today, in my capacity once again as the 2018 presidential candidate, and also now flag bearer aspirant of the great All People's Congress Party, I do want this nation to look back with me in order to prove whether or not the fears I expressed then were founded. With these realities our people lived through in the year gone by, the obvious conclusion is that the fears and concerns I raised were indeed justified. The major factor responsible for the deplorable conditions and circumstances many of us experienced and lived through in 2019, which made me to express the concerns I raised, was President Bio's determination from day one to govern this country on the basis of a cynical and dangerous ethno-regionalism, laced with a massive display of nepotism. Most disturbing in 2020 is the fact that the president has failed to realize that continuing this heavily skewed path in managing our country is destructive of national unity, development, democracy, and sustainable peace. Rather, the president in 2020 took that same policy to a whole new level with the sole aim of further dividing the nation. The fallout from that posture and its impact on the lives of our people have been most disastrous. President Bio's administration is not listening, and there is little or no end in sight as we usher in and celebrate the new year. Irrespective of tribe, region, or party, it is nothing other than an aim to re-centralize power and authority towards re-establishing another one-party system of government in Sierra Leone. Its medium to long-term impacts on our political system are extremely costly and disastrous to building a better future for our country. Equally, I strongly condemn the conduct of the so-called midterm census, which is unconstitutional. I congratulate those opposition leaders and citizens who have already firmly rejected both the midterm census and the imposed decentralization policy. My compatriots, today I am cautiously optimistic that all is not lost, and as our beloved nation will not be pushed to the brink. The power of the people will prevail in one way or the other, because in 2023, they will have the opportunity to change course and decide once more which direction they want their country to take. As a party, we should find time to reflect upon the needless obstacles thrown on our path, the harassment, the unlawful arrests, and detentions we have had to endure. We should reflect upon the unprovoked massacre of innocent citizens. Without doubt, these sad realities will serve as a reminder to everyone to take national elections seriously and to think twice before casting your votes. But it is also imperative for all of us in the APC party to put aside our individual differences, close ranks, and confront this disastrous epidemic of political and economic incompetence and recklessness. Sierra Leone does not deserve such setback. Our people are crying for us to step forward and to ensure the removal through the ballot box of this SLP government of misdirectors from power. This is a responsibility we must not shy away from. It is a challenge we must take on with every fiber of our nerves to save our nation from greater perils. This is both important and urgent, given the lack of an adaptive leadership and systems thinking in managing our nation and mitigating the general hardship we have witnessed in the last 3 years. May the new year bring amongst us the unity and consolidation the nation is yearning for. Stay safe and protect yourselves, your families, and your communities from the ravaging coronavirus pandemic. Happy New Year, and God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shilon. But I want to read a view. I mean, I watch through the thread, I listen to the conversation. People are making the conversation and stuff like that. But this one catch me eye. Salone Force, the guys, Salone Force, you know, I mean, the language, I'm not going to repeat that language there, but please refrain from using that word. But he say they are, I said, these people don't put the country first. Samoa Kamara put party first before the nation. The color red is everywhere, and no green, white, and blue, Sierra Leone, green, white, and blue. That's a viewer in concern where he put. He says Samoa just put all red and not put green, white, and blue. So now APC put over SLPP. But without hearing speech, and sorry, my people, we get for cut and short and run them. But when I go listen to the whole speech, when I go to VOS, we go post them, they will load them there. Now I listen to the speech them in full because of time. Make we cut and short. So Mr. Shilon, Dr. Samoa Kamara don't talk. This na person we be run, like I say, run for president, but where they began the flag bearership of APC, All People's Congress, and he talk on the finance side. He talk on where the minister of finance. They talk of money no dey na country, how they lie them they lie for the money where they say they don't meet money na in be the finance na in be the work na Bank of Sierra Leone. And the minister secretary, financial secretary or something. So he know what's the money. And he talk on where they call President Bio, they tell them, they call out President Bio, they do the debate where he say about 18 million or all that kind of stuff in there. So this is a man that is talking now for the, APC and all that thing, and they talk to Sierra Leone. What's in your own opinion and what you think, what you how we talk, and what you feel say, the people then get from that, because again, our English is speak, and we want to connect to the people, we want to touch the souls of the people, go in the language where most of the people then go hear, because not all man they hear English. You will be more effective if you speak in your native tongue for reach the people and touch the hearts of the people for the message where they send. Go ahead, sir, Mr. Shilo.
No, I agree, man. I agree, because that's the way it should be. So, Mr. Samoa Kamara, in getting your reason, which at the moment I cannot relate to, as to which making things say if for Guy in broadcast or in talk to the nation in English, because even me fail for grasp some of the issues that may be raised. But I do not say, as a Sierra Leonean, where it mentions certain things, and he may have fact for back them. He talk about the arresting and detention of people. I don't know of whether that is ongoing or whether that has stopped as a result of the removal of the libel or the Public Order Act. So I would have liked for know exactly whose side it come from and which specifically he was talking about. But having said that, maybe I could listen to his speech one or two more times, forget some positives from which he don't talk about. But for right now,
they talk on the things that wouldn't go through 2020. I think now they talk on, because in the end, he even appealed for free Palo Conte, but then did free Palo Conte the next day or so after his speech and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, you see, the thing is about, into talking about freeing Palo Conte, which was a noble idea, but I wish it include the unforgotten people there. Because that's what leadership is all about. The people that will not get back and will not get the means for fed for themselves. So not to the prominent ones then. Of course, if I have to analyze the sentencing of Palo Conte, I'm not trying to second guess the judge, but ordinarily, like I say, when you commit a crime and they find you guilty of that crime day, and you don't get any prior record, that should count for something. And as far as I know, they say Palo Conte not get previous conviction. And you get what you call factors in mitigation or mitigating factors. Not only not get previous conviction record, but he also served in the army. When you serve in the army, it is known that you've served your country. There are factors in mitigation. The man would have served in country, regardless of which party he subsequently joined. Then, when you you foresee the life with the man don't live in a society, is a man with family, and by all indication, to take care of his family. So that counts for something. And we can go on and on and on. So normally, when a judge sentences somebody, you look at the gravity of the crime, which was illegally either possessing and taking a loaded gun into a prohibited space or in a building. Yeah, that's a violation of the law. But if in most jurisdictions, then even here, it will not have called for active time. It will not have called for a time woman for go to jail for, and for the time he be there before they bring him to trial, he would have been given credit for time served and released. So, in your conviction and sentencing and serving active time, in my view, I did not see the necessity of it other than probably it may have been a prudent thing to do for satisfy the government, But we therefore begin for...
why you think the president get pardon? Then is it not why the president get the conscience say, this man don't belong in jail and I make it get pardon?
Why? Who knows? Because I don't want to second guess them, because it could be for a variety of reasons. It could be a popular move for satisfy the other side. It could be out of a deep sense of justice that he felt like he say, I not deserve that. It could be for a variety of reasons, but strictly from the standpoint, from a legal standpoint, normally that's how you sentence somebody. He's not a repeat offender.
Right.
You look at the gravity of the crime we commit. Because when you take somebody's rights away for go lock them up, let it be for just cause, not just that he broke the law, And these are part of the training we need for with lawyers, them, with doctors, them. With judges, them, because they need for no say, not because you get the power for lock somebody up, if you just lock somebody up. There should be justification. There should be mitigating, justification for locking these people up. Otherwise, you'll be filling the prison with people who don't need or deserve going there. Now, even the system, it seems to me, if I have any suggestion, which may be the case, but I'm not sure that's how it's done. In some part of the world, like in my own part of the world, when the person is found guilty, you get what you could call a round two of the trial before he's sentenced, which we call sentencing hearing. So when they go back in the court after the client they not find the client guilty, the judge to give you all the time you want, we get a hearing, because there are certain things will go on at the trial that were not relevant to the trial itself, that will be relevant to sentencing. Now, because if my client now be choir boy, if my client now will be to do community service, if my client be possible to help old woman and cross the street, you know, that will be to be part of the trial. Now it's time for me, if my client's not be good neighbor, you know, if my client I'm able to make good contribution to religious institutions and educational institutions, now it's time for the court to know who this man is, who has been found guilty. It's my job as a defense attorney to portray him in that light there that I could not have done, because that not be any relevance to the trial. Now, that's the time you let the judge see another aspect of this man who's been found guilty. Because those are now the picture and the judge look for determine if the man for go jail, and if so, for how long. But I don't think that is in their procedure. So you can just do what you could call a summation of your clients in life. Say you get up, you say, because when the judge asks you if you get anything for say, you will say, well, your honor, my client gets 6 Pekin, it don't marry 30 years, and mama still is 100 years old, and papa still alive. Now, you can say all of that. You know, the procedure didn't get. But in William procedure now, if in papa they alive and papa is 100 years old, we can bring and come to the stand, they can testify how good in Pekin has been to her, and what in Pekin mean to her if you go to jail. You can bring in wife, you can bring in Pekin, you can bring in teacher, in professors, and what kind of student was he? Was he a respectful student? Was it the kind of student who would volunteer for help teach other students? So many things in a trial. And we need for develop a system to that level, because not everything means you get for good jail, you know? So I don't know Mr. Paulo Conte, never heard of him before this trial, but we're talking about a system that we need for build. And we can't build them overnight to the level of America. But there are many other developing countries that we can look from to see how we go help for the, and if we just do it a step at a time, it will get better, regardless of which government come. If new governments come with the intention of taking, like running a relay, as long as when the baton is passed to you, you know the basic rule that you have to move forward. There will be progress, because forward a movement, a progressive movement.
So are you saying they should have national agenda?
Oh, there are a lot of restructuring. They need to change the practice. The problem what we get in Sierra Leone.
National agenda.
Yes, we get a lot of problem, because what we inherit, we don't want change. We don't want change because we're not resourceful. We're not the type of think. We don't want to deviate. But now the legal system get a lot of structural changes to do. Then get a lot of changes to do. We are not England. We are not British people. You know, we cannot be them. So there are certain cosmetic as well as serious structural changes we need to make, from a courtroom setting to the way we bring people into trial, to the way we treat detainees, because I wouldn't call them prisoners until they are been convicted. We need for review the incident, and it cannot be a committee set by justice this, justice that. No, these justices don't have a monopoly on knowledge or experience or solutions. You know, look around the world. They are very able Sierra Leoneans or non-Sierra Leoneans. We don't have, because there are too many talented people in the world. So, I mean, we all the complain, free tone congested, free tone congested. There are people who can reorganize Freetown, that is expertise down there who can make Freetown look like London, like New York City. People there in the world will get that talent there. But like me, so we don't get that talent there, we don't study until the end. It look overwhelming, it look impossible. But people have specialties they could do wonders with, you know? So we get system where 60 years, we still get blackouts. We still get water shortage because we waste most of the water from Guma Valley, people in the cut pipes. Government, this is tough stuff, but you guys got to deal with it. You can't be caught in water pipe, not to show other citizens to run, you know? And the ordinary people then, they need to know, say it is not right, and they need to know a price can be paid if you're caught. And sometimes when you catch them, you get for set examples. I'm not talking about extreme punishment, but people that need for know, say a price could be paid. But when you go, you begin caught them pipe in there. And just because you want was, then this go to another, then they shift to another thing. Okay, the man they caught pipe, they want was there make, after it all was this what, na net, where the pipe don't cost, by daybreak, it all waste 1,000 gallon water. Just for that one 5-minute convenience, they want washing safe. But the one that always say that in the government, and they for come up with solution. That's what being in government is all about.
But pipe should be underground, not on top of the ground, because all SALONE pipe there now, then blue pipe there.
I always wonder why then they dig such shallow. Then why the ground, the pipe doesn't go at least 1 foot or below. I do not understand.
That's why we gotta come back. We gotta come back with a show talking about the Marshall Plan. The Marshall Plan say, let we come back, let we be partners with the white for help develop, because it seems like we old people they not get the vision, because it seems like they don't want to do it, because it's like where the master get the whip over we they do right. Well, then people country them, they follow the law, but then as they appoint some people and then go over there, they don't forget all the thing they don't learn or experience, they go back to the same corrupt environment, then said become corrupted and join into it's like a club, you know. And I just want to answer with people, Saliu Kabawa, one of the viewers, they talk of a woman. When I say of a woman, it's not like I could say a woman will make the change, but I believe, this is my belief and this is my opinion here, because of so many times we have put men in charge. Let us give a woman a chance. We don't ever give a woman a chance. And he make the example with Ellen Johnson of Liberia, say she was a Harvard graduate, blah, 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 blah. Then what he go do, he bring nepotism, he bring TV, he not do what he is supposed to do. Yes, there are women that have failed. But then they get women, an example of women that we don't do the right thing. So we don't fix the country, we don't carry the country into a better direction. And because we man they not don't do for the women call, let the parties put a woman, top woman in a ticket. I remember when SLPP then put, the first time when Mada Bioron, President Bioron, then put a woman. I made a suggestion to somebody. I say, you cannot just put any woman. You will not win if you put any woman. You want a woman because the people want to see change. The people want to see new people. The people want to see new things. So you're not just go take any woman because now woman. You take a woman of character, a woman that connects with the people, that go down with the people and eat with the people, understand the plight of the people, care about the people. That is the kind of woman. I'm not just saying any woman, but I believe the man they don't get their own thinking for the long. I believe say let we try a woman. We're gonna be a woman where gets the qualifications and we get the know-how. Where you feel, say, get the thing for lead we. Because we want a leader. We want a woman that is a leader, that will lead by example, that will set the example, that will set the standard and keep the standard. That is what I'm saying, because a lot of our leaders, they are standards, but they don't hold on to the standards. They let the other people and do. One strike with me, one strike you out. That's the kind of woman I'm looking for. That's the kind of woman I will put my weight behind. One strike, you're out. When it comes to those kind of business, there's no room for error. Let we fix what you fix. Let we do on straight. Uda not straight. I'm sorry, I gave you the opportunity, but you cannot perform. You review your review. You know to do well. Next person, somebody else. Put somebody else that wants to do the job. You know. So we let we take one more last call. One more last call. Then we don't done for today. But it is not just any woman. You know, we can get all the credentials, but when you see the person in work where you don't do, you don't see in community service where you don't give to service to nation, you know, say a woman, that kind of person they can lead because he care. Community service, you don't see him. We don't see the example of what he can do. Then that's the kind of woman that they talk about. I know they talk about any kind of woman, no, because man self can do them. Anybody that's qualified, another sister say anybody that's qualified, yes, anybody can do the job. But man self can take we to a different direction. But me believe say women will take us to the direction where they go and not be feminine. But let's take one more call, then let we done for today. Good evening, caller. Name please, and who's the call with me.
Hello, yeah, good morning again. This is Chris being the call from Istanbul.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Madam Fadima and lawyer Shilon. I think you, Madam Fadima, I think you make a very important statement just now. I think so need for the women to try. I think say the men, we don't feel. We don't really feel. We don't feel picking them, we don't feel picking the yet unborn, we don't feel the nation. I think so need for sit down back, pray, think about that and give a woman chance for make a lead salon. Let me see what thing will happen, because the same man and they come there and the same thing and they do the worst. They go don't get a very good mindset before going there. As soon as they go there, different thing they come up. Different thing. People already go school with and go college with and then go take people to they mess up everything. I think so if we put to a woman, we get principles, we get flexibility. You don't care if you go school together. If you cannot perform, you know they put you there. You know it's different. If you live in yourself, if you can't perform, you're not going to be there. But we demand that we get problem with relationship. We encourage too much. And I make men them always now we don't see that we don't sex, we don't rape people because of anything and we encourage too quick. I think say we need for human chance. And are they right being human? Are they right being you? Anybody where we think say he gets the qualification, he gets the words about her. He stand for something. He stand for the people of Sierra Leone. We need BNM. And we will fight for them until they get what he forget. This thing is too much. We go build these other countries. They go up. Look Ghana now. SALONE they go buy paste. Go buy clematis. Go buy. Look at Ghana now. Look at Ghana. Look at countries them. Look at Istanbul and Turkey. Now, early 2000, I never make them countries. So look at this country. What did Turkey get? Nothing, just business and tourism. Nothing. Yet, the country, we get everything. Still, we do there. I still emphasize on this. We get everything in our country, but still, the leaders and just they allow for drain the brain na SALONE. Drain the brain na SALONE. If you come out now, come out America now, go SALONE, see you want to go to the system. It's either you've been killed or you've been thrown out. It's either you've been killed or you've been thrown out. So how the system could change? And Pashilon make a comment, he make a statement. He say, I think now that the second caller, because I was the first caller, the second caller from Denmark, he made a statement. He say, then they teach the kingdom from that small stage, from that stage, from that way they go left in Nigeria. And then they teach them patriotism and they teach them, they teach them how to live, how to take care of the country, what you for do, for do, outside for eat people, outside for eat people. And from that beginning stage, because they learn old dog new training. So I believe all this generation, all so waste, we need for sit down, strategize and begin think for train the begin the old the born now. Teach them, put in a curriculum, patriotism, your national anthem, your government, your president. Imagine the country people and the cost people and the cost president, cost pastor, money. Which kind of setting, which kind of community they live in?
Yeah.
It's too bad. I think we need for humanity. I did BNU, thumbs up, mama. I did BNU, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Me people them, we don't come, we don't talk. we don't ask the question. Some people don't put in comment there. Some people, and they think, I ask una again the question, what you want, expect for the President Bureau administration for 2021, because we all the cry, say we want change. You go on social media, everybody, they say they want better Sierra Leone, they want this, all man get what he want. Because when New Year come, everybody get New Year wish, that day, what you wish for Sierra Leone. Sometimes in there, you not talk an ISO, but you go talk on one day, you know, a good for you sound off what you want. Because if the government's not hear what you want, you're not going to be able to bring to you what you want. So now then thing, and they sometimes they media and they listen to what you will talk for, let them bring and walk about, they change them way. Sometimes might not be as fast as we want it, but trust me, they are listening, they are hearing to everything that we say. So we don't done today. I mean, again, I say Happy New Year, but I want quick. I know, Mr. Shillon, I know maybe you want to give goodbye to the people because I know you got to go. But I just want touch quick on an issue when I want to. I don't know if you want.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. I want to talk on this. There's a big issue that is going on about rape. I am a woman, and I don't condone rape. I don't condone, we have been victims of sexual abuse. We have been victims from way small picking and they don't get sexual abuse. Women have been raped. Men take advantage of women for rape women. There is a case of a lady, and the one where they call Jimmy B, where they call him the Godfather. He's an entertainer, movie star in Sierra Leone, where rape a woman. And the victim, the social media, the people on social media are victimizing this lady all over again. Why? And sometimes it comes from us, the women. Why now they can't talk? What you do, we don't talk before. How many people have been raped where they come out for say they rape because of shame, because of culture, because of the backlash of people like you going after this woman? And many other women, they don't come out. They don't say he did the same thing. This is their pattern. And then they talk on the industry. You get for sleep with them. In America, last year, couple of years, 2 years, maybe now, they had a Me Too movement that came on. It took one woman for speak out. One woman, and it bring down big mogul them, big money man them, where they from the Bill Cosby's to the all the stuff. It bring them down, the Me Too movement, because women have suffered a lot from man them, from sexual harassment, rape, sexual abuse, sexual molestation, all kinds of stuff. Women have gone through that, and a lot of women stay silent because people, then they not like me, where they among us, where they shame them people and where they call them out, because una don't imprint, una see these celebrities and these money man and this big man and this the one that where they in power, una don't imprint, una see them like God, una don't see una self inside them because una never become them. So anytime when they talk against them, una want attack the people the way they come. When a woman speaks her pain, you una make them una double victimize them. This get for stop. Every woman get rights to her body. Keep your hands off our bodies. Keep your hands off our women. Keep your hands off our children. Una keep una hand off. Una go. If woman say no, woman means no. You cannot force. I have a niece that called me after this incident. They said, Grandma, because in Pekin they call me Grandma. Grandma, have you seen the thing about Jimmy B when they talk of rape? And she told me her story. He said, when they Banjul during the rebel war, when they gonna Banjul. He said, after that, Jimmy B go play na Banjul. He said, in Paddy, Jimmy B rape in Paddy. He said, in the second one. He said, come on, run. Now so you run the Paddy, they go and cry. They run there because they go after these young girls. They go after these people. They rape them. So una no can say this is an accusation. This is a woman in word. I know they say do them, but if many women have come say me too, me too, me too, we cannot shame these people. We cannot shame them. We don't foretell them say that they lie. They don't accuse Jimmy B go defend himself. And the woman has to come forward. If I get a case, go to the court, file your charges. If we get for do GoFundMe, we will do GoFundMe for raise money for support in the legal team. But these people don't deserve to be in public. These people don't deserve, because they're exploiting women, they're exploiting them, they're killing, and many women have come out recently, for the past week, they say, me too, me too, me too. They did it to me. They did it to me. That's how they do. You get for sleep with them before you go to any competition. You get for sleep with them. You get for give your body to people that got to touch you with nastiness and foolishness. So now that day I want for say, let we not shame the victim. The victim has the right to come out. The victim has the right when they're not violating body. Nobody not get right for violation. No means no. Keep your hands to yourself. Go, please, go, whatever you do. But leave that woman alone if that woman say no. Now, Dande no more for left with you now. I mean, New Year message Dande to you. Do not shame our victims. Do not shame our women if they come out. Yes, some women they can lie, but most of the time they are victims. So let we wait and let we see. Let we not shame the victim and make it suffer double. So till next week, now Dande I left with you now. I say, I love you all. Remember, God is love. Go make a difference. And like how God be Moses, God sent Moses. Moses say, God, what I don't get nothing. God asked Moses, what do you have in your hand? What do you have in you to make a change, to make the change that you want to see? So I love you all. Go be on beautiful. Go be on you. If the shine for me now, not jealous me. Go walk on you tomorrow. The cloud will be over me. The Sunday by you. So till next week, I salute you all. I say I love you and good night. And then Mr. Shilong will say una good night. Then we'll go left una with Jasmine Suma in your own video. Then we'll go get her next week. By God power, we will come back. Good health. Go make a difference in the world. Go light your world. Love you all, Mr. Shinoza.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Good year. Happy New Year again. So I hope we will meet and get a pleasant discussion next Sunday. Thank you very much. And thanks for calling. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Fellow Leoneans, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. This not just met Fodimami Suma. I take this opportunity for extend Happy New Year to all. I know say today being a day way for celebrate. If fine for let all man get enough food for eat, enough drinks for drink, a good side for sleep, and able for celebrate the passing of one more year and tell God thank you for the new year. This now they happen at plenty side and around the world. But I also know say plenty of brothers and sisters them according to recent statistics, over 64 to 65% of Sierra Leoneans them, they below the poverty line, not able to afford the 3 square meal, not able to afford 10,250 leones a day. I know times are tough. Plenty of una, they worry about to say they get the next meal. Some man they homeless, they go for catch to fumble. Some man are treating they sleep right now. Some man sick. Some man fumble sick. His mama sick. His daddy sick. You not get way for going to hospital. Plenty not even get clinic near them, let alone hospital. They want they were able for going to hospital. You know, you will afford the cost for the medication. Some man not even get pure water for drink. 30 days for over 60 years. You're gonna cities them across SALONE, from Freetown, one of the capital city, to Bo, Sweet Bo, one of the second capital city, to other parts them of the country. They not get pipe-borne water. Water not they run through the pipe can I use and able for winning. 30 days for over 60 years. Some man don't school. And papa and mama don't manage te, they don't script te, they don't suffer te, they don't put you through school te, they don't know college. Work no day. Some mommy don't do market te, don't tranga te, don't direct te, from that market te, don't feed pikin there, don't go pikin there, don't do all kind of thing. Te the name for build one house for himself. And when you can look at this salon yaso, we get gold, we get diamond, we get bauxite, we get iron ore, we get marine resources, we get not only natural mineral resources, we also get human capital. You get thousands of talented, brilliant, brave, resourceful Sierra Leoneans them around the world, where they contribute to the building of institutions, where other countries then they pray for getting kind of talent and they around them. Then they run major institutions in federal governments, in European Union, in UK and I, in the United States of America, some are judges, some are magistrates. But yet, the system in the country is so terrible and worse off. Then they shut down the doors to those talents and they block them. Let them not can create, bring them talent and impact for move the country forward, because we don't allow the fools them for take over our country. We don't allow people that we not mean well for we and for we people and from village to village for take over our country. I know say when you think about them problem then they will with the face as a nation, you go feel hopeless. But this new year, I want to let you know, say, there is hope. The thing don't bad off. But there is hope. Where is this hope coming from? In the midst of this misery, disappointment, heartbreak, we get a number of Sierra Leoneans them, we don't decide for take the human task of nation building. We don't decide say enough is enough for allow politicians them for take over with life and take over with country, continue for destroy the future of generations after generation for 60 years under APC and SLPP. For 60 years. So the hope and future of the nation is now rested in the hands of the few of we will refuse for be subjected to the level of full abuse where politicians are not subject to with the lies and deceit. Generation after generation with great grandpa them, then listen to the lies of APC and SLPP. With great grandpa and great granny and auntie and uncle, they all die poor and pass the poverty to the next generation. With grandpa themselves listen to the lies and deceit of APC and SLPP for over 60 years. Then die poor, then pass the generation, the poverty to the next generation. Some man daddy and papa don't die, then don't inherit the poverty where APC and SLPP don't pass to them. Some mama and daddy day right now, if you were at the pikin, where they're not able for prepare you well, no go out, go drag and bring food come, then no they eat, una self no they eat. That is how the poverty don't entrench in the lives of our people in the country. But a few of we come together, decide say we are tired. Tired of the lies, tired of the poverty, tired of the suffering who people in the go through today in the country. We are tired. Sorry about that. Because we are tired of the lies and the deceit. We are tired of the poverty. We are tired of the fact that generation after generation will pick in the they get means for project and use their talent and grow and be part of the global society. We are tired of the thievery and the deceit of the lies. Look what politicians they do right now. Over the past 3 to 4 years. Sorry. Sometimes I tend to be emotional when things like this. I have to speak to issues like this, so you have to forgive me for a second. This Paupa government don't come to power. Within the past 2 to 3 years, they don't squander over $3 billion. $3 billion. So man go ask you how you come up with that figure. Our annual budget, it's over $1 billion every year. Where then they present to parliament, say then go spend for run the country. Multiply that by 3. In addition to that, they don't take loans then way over $412 million within this short period. If you want to add that to the grants they don't receive from around the world on behalf of Sierra Leone, from the World Bank, the IMF, bilateral nations, including United States of America, is over $380 million. So realistically, it's over $3.8 billion. We then go ahead and squander our country. All you see is the massive houses that they build for themselves and their families. They don't turn the entire country. They don't upgrade tribalism and put pantap nepotism. That not only way they allocate the resources of the nation to your tribesmen, you also make sure so you narrow them to your own family. You see man they turn chief minister in border and ambassador. You see man they turn parliamentarian in West and minister of finance. You see man they turn minister of education in sister and so thing. You see president when they get contract for let them bring books then can at the country, it is squander the money to his sister. Whilst we people in Akailaun, they are sleeping with hunger. We people in Abont, Pujeon, Cambia, Putloko, Kono, Freetown, beginning they sleep in the street. With man and no get job. God. I make another like for send video out. Then tear is heart-rending. You know, some of una they go out and they jump for them politicians there. Una not even know the way they destroy una future. $3.8 billion. What have they done with that money, for heaven's sake?
If we stand together now,